Hello Year 9. This is a quick run through to show you what you need to do for this week's topic of rearranging formula. When you've completed both lessons and the homework, please fill in this checklist and send it to me by email. So I'm going to run through the examples. When we're told to make x the subject of the formula, it means we want to get x on its own and get it to x equals something. At the moment in this example, C is the subject of the formula because C is on its own. The first thing you need to do is to check which side of the equals the x is on. In this question, it's on the left, so I'm going to call that side x, and the other side I will call other for everything else. So I can see that with the x on the left, I have an a, and I want to do the inverse to get rid of it. So instead of adding a, I need to subtract a from both sides. So this gives me x equals c minus a. By subtracting the a from the x side, they've cancelled out, and c minus a gives c minus a. For this example, it's very similar. I'm going to label my side. X's are on this side and everything else needs to be this side. So I need to subtract the a again that's on the x side. So subtract a from both sides. That will cancel it out on the x side. You write what is already next to the equals, in this case c plus b, and then we need to include this negative a. So your final answer is x equals c plus b minus a. In this example, the x is on the right, so I'm going to label that side x, and the other side is the other side. 8x means 8 times x, so to undo that, I need to do the inverse of multiplying, which is dividing. I'm going to divide both sides by 8. In algebra, when we write divide by 8, we write it like a fraction, so this becomes y divided by 8. So y over 8 equals x, because the divide by 8 has cancelled out the multiply by 8. You can write this either way round. So my final answer can be x equals y over 8, or I could have it as y over 8 equals x. For this example, you need to do several steps. First of all, look which side x is on. In this example, it's on the right, so I'm going to label it x, and the other side is for everything else. The first thing you need to do is get rid of any letters that are also with the x. So in this case, we're going to subtract, we're going to get rid of the minus b by adding b. So that gives me y plus b equals 2x. To undo the 2x means multiplying by x, so the inverse of multiplying is to divide. So the way I write that would be y plus b divided by 2, written like a fraction, equals x, because the divide by 2 cancels out with the multiply by 2. You'll then have some questions for you to try. You can check your answers on the next slide. When you finish those, you can try some apply questions. These are a bit harder, and if you need to check my answers as well against yours, it may help to see where the steps have come from. For lesson 2, you need to click on this link here, and it will take you to the Corbett Maths Changing the Subject of the Formula test questions. On the next slide, I've included the answers so you can check your work again. And finally, when you've completed both of those lessons, I have included a Maths Watch homework which you need to do at the end. When you've completed all those tasks, please send me the checklist and I will mark it off on Go for Schools. Thank you.